This is not my usual womb health video, but I feel that I need to lend my voice to the struggle. Captain Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso. Yes, I said it, president. Okay, I don't care what anybody has to say that he doesn't deserve the presidential title because he took it illegally by coup. Who cares? Do you know the corrupt, evil, wicked leaders that was in parliament when he took over? That was stealing from the people? If you see some of the poverty in Burkina Faso, you have to say, do these people have a heart? To be able to see such poverty, yes, yet be piling money, these politicians, into their bank accounts and going abroad to be educating their children abroad, going abroad for medical care and private jets and all of these, and you are seeing the poverty of the people. Doesn't this... I can't even speak. You know what? The English is not Englishing. Hey, Lord, the English is not Englishing. My Ghanaianness is coming out of me because I'm that enraged. This guy has come in less than 3 years, 3 good years. He has cancelled, he's paid off the nation's debt. He has set up businesses, infrastructure, tomato manufacturers. He has produced his own gold. The farmers, he's given them seeds. He's nationalized farming. He's manufactured electric cars. You know, if I was to say all the things that he's done, we'll be here till Jesus comes, the amount of things this man has done. And he's only 36 years old, by the way. And you, Trump, you orange-faced Trump, you want to come and arrest him. Arrest him for what? You're saying that, oh, he's a dictator. Excuse me? If you want dictator, I can deliver dictators to you. There's plenty of African leaders that are dictators. Why don't you arrest them? Why don't you arrest the president of Congo? Why don't you arrest him? Why don't you arrest some of these African leaders that are corrupt, that are plundering the country, that's allowing you to plunder the country, that's selling the resources for cheap? Why don't you arrest them? Why are you not fast to go and arrest these people? But this man who has revolutionized his country, who does that? On Mother's Day, he went to visit the widows, gave them hope, gave them money, to the point that the widows are protesting that they do not want him to step down. You should be ashamed of yourself. And I am calling all Africans, Caribbeans, African Americans, Australians, the Aborigines, Native Americans. I'm just calling all of you guys to get behind Ibrahim Traore. Don't let history speak ill of us. We missed it with Thomas Sankara. We sat back and we didn't do anything. We missed it with Patrice Lumumba. We sat back and we didn't do anything. We missed it with Gaddafi. We sat back and we didn't do anything. So many leaders, we sat back and we didn't do anything. Don't let history speak ill of us. Let our descendants be proud of us because we did something. Whatever you can do, even if it's small, do it. If you've got funds, fund the government. If you can go and visit there and give them your tourist money, go and visit the country. Don't mind Trump saying, oh, it's a dangerous country and you could get attacked. What about America then? Isn't your country dangerous? Come on, get out. Isn't your country dangerous? Visit the country. Yeah, if you can't visit the country, then at least forward posts, educate people, forward this one, forward other videos, put it on your WhatsApp, put it on your feeds. You know, spread the awareness, lend your voice to the struggle. Whatever you can do, it doesn't matter how small it is, do it. Look what happened when Ukraine went to war. People were changing their Facebook profiles to Ukrainian flags saying, oh, we are with you, Ukraine. Look what was happening in Palestine. Why can't we do it with Africans? We need to demonstrate. We need to put our foot down and say enough is enough. We're not going to take this rubbish anymore. Meanwhile, Ghana and Nigeria are fighting on jollof wars, and this is going on. You have energy to fight jollof wars. You've got energy for that. but you don't have energy to lend your voice to Ibrahim Traore, or you don't have energy to share and to post. My friend, no. This has got to stop. This has got to stop. We have to, Africans, we need to show these people. We need to show these people that you can't bully us anymore. The new generation is different. You can't do it anymore. Who's with me?
Hi guys, thank you so much again for watching my video to this extent. I really appreciate. Please like, subscribe and share as we continue. Okay, we have all seen, we have all heard, we have all seen in all of the social medias, this young leader, this young soldier that is leading Burkina Faso now. This man is just 36 years and he has just ruled this Burkina Faso in 3 years. But whatever this man has done, he has done a lot to be supported in anything coming against what he's doing. We have seen this man, something that I've really liked. Burkina Faso is from Africa. This thing has joined Africans. This thing has joined the blacks. This thing has brought the Caribbeans together. These have shown that even us, the blacks, the Africans, we are also tired of the Western part. These people have been doing this thing for a long time. Like, they have been growing a good leader, they come and demolish so many things. And yet, have you ever asked yourself, have there any, oh my God.
Hey, this is how you know this is the greatest president they ever lived. They having a mega rally all over the world. Everybody is supporting Ibram Trio. You hear me? We gonna be live in Dallas City Hall on the 30th, man. I'm not playing with these people. Boy, I'm about to put on my red, my black, my green, and we about to take to the streets, and we gonna be the real ninjas that we supposed to be, and let them know that we support Africa. Because guess what? Those are our brothers, our sisters, our family. Ain't no reason why we should be out here hating this and hating them and all this, because they brainwash us to make us believe that they don't like us and we don't like them. No, man. Them people ain't got number love for us. That's why I'm representing, and that's why I be at Dallas City Hall on the 30th. I'm talking about we about to have fun. We gonna turn it to a block party. Bring your bottles, have fun. Post up, let's take to the streets and let them know that we here to reclaim our throne. You ain't gotta give me reparations when we can come together and take them. Real talk, I'm on that type of timing. Yeah, it's really like that. And I'm really like that. Trust me, boy, the Tamarian God is great. And thank you. I love y'all, Africa.
I am so happy seeing him. Everybody coming together. I'm so happy. Everybody. The Ghanaians, the Nigerians, the Cameroonians, you know, the Jamaican, the Black American. I'm so happy everybody coming together for this fight, because this fight is not just for the Burkinabe alone. This is a everybody fight, and I'm so happy everybody is coming together and fight this. I am so happy. If you are on social media, if you are influencer on social media, you can also help. You can help share. If you hear anybody talking about it, talking good things about Ibrahim Traore, share his video. Make a comment. If you see people on live talking about him, go on their page, like what they are talking about, share it. That's what we have social media for. The internet they gave us, we're going to use this internet to fight them. That's what we're going to do. Because the big stream in media, they are not talking about it. They are not talking about it. They are not. So, with a small platform, we're going to use it. We're going to take advantage of it and use it and to fight them. And then when it comes to physical fight too, if it's to buy a plane ticket and go to Burkina and join them, we will do it. I will do it. I don't know about everybody. If it comes to that, I will join them. Because this fight is not just for Burkinabe. This is for international fight. Because we are tired. We are tired. I'm tired. When you go to anywhere in Africa, when you see people how they're living, I'm tired. enough of the crying. I cry already. Anywhere I go in Africa, I'm crying. When I see the young boys, when I see the young girls, I'm crying. It does not matter if I go to Liberia, if I go to Guinea, if I go to Ivory Coast, if I go to Ghana, if I go to Nigeria, if I go to South Africa, any part of the world. I'm tired. So this fight is just not for the Burkinabe. This is an international fight. And we're going to do it. We will. We had it here. Everybody. We had it here. Enough is enough.
And ain't nobody touching the president of Burkina Faso. Y'all got a better chance of trying to fit a camel through the eye of a needle than to think y'all about to touch him. When I say that man is so divinely protected, cause he out here doing the work of the universe. The way I have been saying over and over again, if I can just find one African leader that's willing to stand up with a voice instead of walking around like a puppet. And in walks President Ibrahim onto the scene. The way he out here turning these Western countries every which way but loose. Oh, they big mad. And all these other African leaders that's out here being used like puppets. Oh, they big mad too. Burkina Faso, I'm coming. Cause I need to meet these resilient people out here standing up with a voice. It is time for Africa to rise. And Burkina Faso is out here standing strong with that voice. We black people have been controlled for how long? Resources of Africa have been getting robbed for how long? Yep, it's that time. Burkina Faso, I'm behind y'all. We changing this narrative one African country at a time. Let's talk about it.
Hello. I want to speak briefly about Burkina Faso and their president, Ibrahim Traore. As an African-American woman, I am so proud of President Traore and so happy for the people of Burkina Faso. I want to state for the record that African-Americans have nothing to do with any assassination attempts, any destabilization of the country, or any criticism of President Traore. I don't know any American, and I don't know every American, but I don't know any American that even knows who General Michael Langley is. I actually just found out who he was 2 days ago. But when you see black people being put in a position like that, and then turn on their heels to criticize another leader in another country, that is by design. And they do not speak for us. They are ruining the reputation of African Americans globally, making people think that we feel this way. We have our own problems in America.
He's going to die. So why do I think Ibrahim Traore is going to die in the future? For sure. If you don't know, Ibrahim is the leader of Burkina Faso that took over the country with a military coup. The reason is quite simple. If you look at Gaddafi in 2011, if you look at Lumumba in 1961, one thing big leaders in Africa have in common is that all big leaders in Africa that want something great for Africa, that go against the will of the Western Europe, or Europe, the West Europe, and the United States of America, they're not welcome. Because if the prices go up in Africa, the prices go up in other countries also. We have all the resources come from Africa. So it's logical to think that if the prices go up in Africa, the prices will go up in other countries also. It's quite simple, it's easy math. And that's the reason why.
So it looks like the United States of America has declared to take down Ibrahim Traore. And it's like they have vowed they are going to use any method to take down Ibrahim Traore. Just imagine the United States of America has issued a travel ban from Burkina Faso. And the United States of America has urged its citizens not to visit Burkina Faso. And if they are in Burkina Faso, they have to evacuate immediately. They should not go to places where so many people are gathering, and so on and so forth. It looks like they are planning to take down Ibrahim Traore. But the good thing is that so many Africans, so many Burkina Faso people have decided that enough is enough. They are going to fight with Ibrahim Traore to the end, including me. We have decided that this is the moment of truth for Africans. They have to stand together. They have to fight together until we win this war. And on the 30th of this month, there will be a march all across Africa to stand together with Ibrahim Traore.
This is a wake-up call to the African leaders to take inventory of what is really happening in their countries. Do they really need the peanuts that are coming in as aid? You have your natural resources. You have everything you need to take care of your people. Why do you continue to be beggars? You take, for example, cocoa. Majority of the cocoa coming out of the world comes from West Africa, and yet it's only recently that African nations were allowed to add value to their cocoa. President Traore is standing up. He is saying the natural resources in Burkina Faso, they belong to the people of Burkina Faso. Niger is doing the same thing. Mali is doing the same thing. Every leader must look at what's happening in the Sahel nations to say, like anybody else, you must take care of your people. You see, it takes two to tango. If President Trump does not want a relationship with Africa, Africans shouldn't be begging for it. Africans must take a position and protect their turf. China wants to come and exploit Africa, they'll get away with it to the extent that Africans allow them. I think that what was done to brainwash black people around the world, long before they even left Africa, we are still suffering from that legacy of colonization, the legacy of slavery, where the people in power, they themselves don't believe they can do it. We still have leaders who believe you can't make it unless you're working with white people. We have individuals who think only something brought in by white people is what's likely to succeed. With that kind of mentality, it is a very difficult battle. Our battle to succeed, to unite as the African continent, it is a battle of the mind.
Our country has long been in a very complicated system. Most of you who are young like me, we were born into this system. But that's not what can allow Burkina to thrive. Because in this situation, there are only two cases. Either we accept to fight, or we remain slaves forever. I told you once, there are those who are slaves in their minds. They can only serve their master. And those people try every time to manipulate you. You must advise each other. Because every situation can be exploited by these enemies of the nation to try to discourage you, to demotivate you. So, you must advise each other and not pay attention to certain remarks. Our country has long been paying attention to certain remarks, even on some media. Not everyone is obliged to be patriotic. You are the first patriots. You have decided to defend the homeland. There is nothing better than that. Those who want to support you, let them support you. Those who want to discourage you through writings, you must close your ears and move forward.
Every time Africa tries to rise, there's always some type of narrative that gets pushed. And this time,
very clear on why they're going after Ibrahim Traore and Burkina Faso. It's because Ibrahim Traore is going to give Africans free education. And because Ibrahim Traore is doing the right thing by its citizens and making sure that people there have a home. Ibrahim is looking out for the people of Burkina Faso, not himself. He is becoming extremely popular amongst the youth across the African diaspora. So it is no surprise to me that they are now trying to take this man out, because your accusations are definitely not working. And even the president of South Africa has stated they reject your allegations against Captain Ibrahim Traore. The bottom line is the French and America are being pushed out of these people's resources, which is only fair. The audacity of the West to think that they should have some rights to anything this president has in his country is crazy. Because if anyone were to come to America and stake claim over our resources, we would lose our.
Vladimir Putin, this is what I'm talking about, man, when I say get my president real support. Because one thing about it, man, I love to see what the West is doing over there. I love to see them being able to build and take care of themselves. I love how they getting free health care. I love how they ran them cowards from France right back to where they came from. Real talk. This is what you call a real president. This is somebody that I would be honored to serve with, honored to serve for. Real talk, man. I understand why they hate your guts so much, because they don't like it when we real and we melanated, and they know we stand on business, and every day we put our life on the line to make sure that our people can wake up and live better, and that our kids can have a better future. Our grandkids can live the life that they supposed to live and don't have to keep being a slave to this system. Woo! That's why I love you, man. You hear me? Abram Turo, you are my hero. You and Mello, man, between y'all two, I don't know who I love the most. He a soldier, but you are a true leader. Real talk, man. Y'all like, share, comment until we go viral on this video, and meet me at the downtown City Hall in Dallas on April 30th. We protesting worldwide. Let's make this go viral.
When I said that I look at black men funny when they are so proud about serving in the military of former colonizers, I wasn't talking out of nowhere. Check this out. You see this coon over here? I'm not even going to say his name because saying his name is a compliment. He's a coon. This man over here wants to take out Ibrahim Traore because apparently he's a dictator and he's hoarding the gold. And we've seen this formula over and over again. We want to give these low-income countries, these people, democracy. It's always democracy with these people, huh? And they have to use, of course, a coon to justify their means. Before I was nice, but now I don't care anymore. If you are a black man and you are so proud to be high up in the ranks in the army of a former colonizer, there's two things. Either you need to reevaluate your life choices or you're lost. I'm convinced that these Western countries don't know what democracy means. I'm convinced. Because if you really knew what that meant, you would not be involving yourself in another man's country. You can't even fix your poverty. You can't fix your schooling system, your police crime. That country is cursed. It is corrupt. And you have the audacity, after all the problems that you guys have over there, you want to come to another man's country and tell him how to run their country? Are you stupid or stupid? Which one is it? This man needs to be protected. We need to protect this man. The amount of times there have been plots on his life is insane. No. From the diaspora, everyone from the diaspora on the continent, we need to protect, we need to find a way. I don't know how, but something has to be done, because this man is doing something for this continent and for everyone else. I swear, this man needs to be protected. That's all I have to say.
Just know that if anything happens to Ibrahim Traore, the international community will experience the largest African uprising it's ever experienced. Because y'all thought the Arab Spring was bad? Man. Because you think that after many of us have realized how much money the Western world has made off of the back of African bodies, off of our own natural resources without paying us appropriately, and additionally treating us like shit, like we're the bottom barrel of people, matter of fact, we weren't even people. You think that after we've realized that, we're going to allow you to kill another one of our revolutionaries and just roll over and take it? Okay. You think that after many of us have realized that Europe has unleashed some of its worst sociopaths on our continent? Look up King Leopold of Belgium. Look up what he did to the Congo. Look up why there's so many amputees in the Congo. You think that after many of us have fully grasped and understood what you did to our continent, we're just gonna roll over and take it? And just a fun fact in case you didn't realize this, the majority of young people currently live in Africa. By 2050, the majority of people under the age of 35 will inhabit the sub-Saharan African continent. Okay? And rather than the international community creating allies with this new group that is coming about, this new generation that is very different from their parents, because not only do we know what is going on, we are not like our parents. We don't think that we're less than people in the West. We've been here. We understand how it works. We know what's going on. Rather than using this opportunity as your redemption arc, y'all are doubling down. Emmanuel Macron, this is the hill you're gonna die you on your weirdo wife. Leader of a country that's stolen so much, being a thief, this is the hill and you think that the new generation of African young people that are coming up are just gonna roll over and take it? Okay, go ahead. Because the way this man has garnered support from the, like, you don't feel it, you don't see it because you're not in the circle, you're not in it, so you don't see what I'm talking about. But try that man, hurt a finger on that man and see what happens. Because all he's saying is, let us keep our all he's saying is let us keep our Is that crazy? Because in the West, ownership seems to be a huge thing. Y'all are all about ownership and private ownership, and this is mine and this is yours. So let us keep our
General Langley, I see that you are making waves on these social media streets, okay? Burkinabe people have sent me to give you a message. They said they are very, very happy with Captain Ibrahim Traore. They are very happy with him. They don't have a problem with him. They understand what you are trying to do, but they are very, very happy with Captain Ibrahim Traore and what he's doing for them. So I thought that I would send you this message in case there was some misunderstanding. Captain Ibrahim Traore also kind of understands why you threw him under the bus and it was you, because when he took this mission to free his people, he knew that based on history and based on what the West have done to their leaders, including Thomas Sankara, he knew that they were going to send you. So we were aware that you were coming. I just want to give you a little tip and a little side note. It's not only Burkinabe people that are happy for him. In fact, the whole of Africa have sent me. Yes, this is a very risky thing you are doing. Look, Africans are very, very happy with Ibrahim Traore. To them, he's a hope of Africa. So I just thought that I would whisper this in your ear. That next time you go in front of your masters, I have a list of people that Africans have sent me to let you know that you can go after those people. But my brother, you know that in America, we are second-class citizens. Why you for do that? And Captain Ibrahim Traore, the system that makes us three-quarters of a human being. Say, you know what I'm talking about. The system that makes us three-quarters of a human being, the only way we'll get out of it is if Africa unites. Okay? Right now, the Sahel people have united. And as Africans in America, African Americans, Black Americans, our respect is tied to the freedom of Africa. So, my brother, make you not do that. Next time, please call Dr. Uma, Dr. Uma Johnson, before you take this mission.
Guys, we need to keep Captain Ibrahim Traore in our prayers. We need to pray to God Almighty that the Lord covers this man because he is doing God's work in Africa. There have been almost 20 assassination attempts on this man. They are coming for his life like nobody's business. They are trying to lie about this man, to say that he's a ruthless dictator who doesn't want democracy for his countries, XYZ, just as an excuse to go in, kill him, and, just really mess up the country and extract the resources. But you know why? That's not going to work. What you did to Gaddafi is not going to work in this day and age because you know what? We've got social media and we can see what this man is doing to change his country. We could see with our eyes that he's doing it for the better. You may have been able to get away with lying about Gaddafi, all right? You may have been able to get away with that because social media wasn't that big back then. But now we can see it with our eyes. The change that he's doing for his country is astounding and he's far from the wicked dictator that you are trying to paint him to be. Any weapon formed against him and his country shall not prosper. In just 3 years, he cleared Burkina Faso's national debt. He cleared it. He's building roads. He's building schools. He's made free education for all those in his country. He's taken charge of the gold mines in Burkina Faso, okay? He's taken responsibility for refining his own gold and not relying on Western powers who are just exploiting the country, taking all the gold, taking all the resources, and paying these poor people in Africa pennies for the resources. I'm from Ghana, and this man is so well respected in my country. And the way this man has transformed, absolutely transformed his country in such a short amount of time has just shone a light on how pathetic these African leaders are. The other African leaders have been heads of state, like I said, for decades and not done one single thing. They've taken the money for themselves to send their children to private schools in Europe. They've just been pocketing the money, not caring about the people. Ibrahim Traore's work has shone a light on all the corruption in Africa. In 3 years, look at what the man has done. In 3 years, he's done more than even some European leaders have done in their own countries. 3 years. And it shows we can do it. We can do it. But our leaders just do not want to. The Saudi government actually offered this man, and bear in mind, this man is a Muslim man, Captain Ibrahim Traore, he's a Muslim man. The Saudi government offered to build 40 mosques, or a certain amount of mosques nationwide in Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore said, thank you for your kindness, but we need the money to invest in our country. We could think about building the mosques later, but we don't need that right now. We need money to help develop the people. They kicked France out and their military bases. They've started making their own cars, producing their own tires. They've literally said, we have everything we need in Mother Africa. We do not depend on the rest of the world. Everything we need is under our feet. Why are we depending on foreign powers who their countries are not rich in natural resources? France is not known for their natural resources, yet they were exporting gold in large quantities, not from their own soil, but off the back of the miners in Burkina Faso, you know. So it's just this mindset of, we've got everything we need in Africa. We don't need France. France need us. And what I'm going to say is, if they kill President Ibrahim Traore, if they kill him, okay, which is what they're planning to do, all right? If they unalive him, nobody should complain. No one should complain about mass immigration into Europe from Africa, okay? Because this man is building an Africa where we are self-reliant. We don't need to go to Europe. Our parents, our, families, they don't feel like they need to go outside the country to have a better future. He is the beginning, the genesis of a self-sufficient and a self-reliant Africa. And of course, they want to stop this. So if they unalive this man, I don't want to hear anybody complaining about, oh, there's so many Africans in Europe, we need to limit mass immigration from these poor countries. Countries is what Trump called Africa. Countries, right? Like, this guy is setting the foundation for a self-reliant Africa where Africans rely on Africans. It's interdependence, not independence. But yeah, let's keep Ibrahim Traore in our prayers. Let's pray for his safety, pray for his good health and longevity, because he is laying the foundation of a strong and self-sufficient Africa. He is the voice of the African people, the young, intelligent Africans who are just full of life, all right? We are crying for change. It's just that our leaders don't want change. And Ibrahim Traore has shown us that if we get the right leaders, Africa is just unstoppable.
Nah. Hey, don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. One of these dudes is a hero. The other one is a coward. One of these dudes is for his country. The other one works for his country, is a slave to his country. That dude is a coon. That dude is we call him a mark. We call him plants. We call him dudes like the house nigga, or however you want to call it. Captain Ibrahim Traore, you ain't doing nothing wrong, bro. He's not doing a damn thing wrong. That man just trying to be independent from the U.S., from the West, from France, from everybody that ain't on his time. If you're not operating on my people time, if you're not trying to be with my people and help me free my people, I ain't got nothing for you. And that's what he on. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? That's crazy. What I hate the most, they always get a black dude, like they always get an African American or like a black dude to do like their bidding. You know what I'm saying? Make it look like, oh, it's the black African Americans that's going against their own brothers in Africa. Man, that dude is a coon. Man, we don't rock with that. That dude is a coon. Real people, we ain't even vote for the administration. They just be taking power. You know what I'm saying? Like, they say that Captain Ibrahim Traore just took power. We do the same thing. They do the same thing to us. Some of our votes don't even count. It don't even matter. The United States government might not stand with Burkina Faso and Niger and Mali, but I'm telling you right now, the people on the ground, we stand. You hear me?
Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, he's been in the news again recently. Now, to explain this, I'm going to have to give you a little bit of a crash course in Burkina Faso history. So he took power of Burkina Faso in 2022 in what the Western media call a military coup, but what many Africans and many people in Burkina Faso call a revolution. You see, Burkina Faso was, it used to be anyway, a French colony. Now, it got its independence as the Republic of Upper Volta in 1960. However, the French never really went away. And like many other colonies that France had in Africa, they made Burkina Faso use their CFA franc, their French franc, which France doesn't even use anymore. And as a result of that, Burkina Faso had to go through French banks. And the French banks then could basically buy the resources from Burkina Faso at pennies on, well, the franc, which is quite a lucrative deal when you consider that Burkina Faso is Africa's 4th biggest producer of gold. And he made it his aim when he came to power to basically kick the French out and take control over the gold reserves in Burkina Faso. And guess what? It's exactly what he did. I mean, not only was it unfair that the French could basically have control over those reserves, buy the gold at a knockdown price, and have their French companies mine the gold and refine it and not pay any tax in that country whatsoever, but also they weren't giving back anything to the people of Burkina Faso. He didn't just take control of the mining though, oh no, he took control of the refining of it as well, built the factories, and this is him just a few months ago getting delivery of their first gold bars. But that's not all he's done in the last 3 years. He has completely and utterly revolutionised the farming industry and the agricultural industry in Burkina Faso. I've heard stories of them even giving students, agricultural students, all the land and the equipment and the seeds they need to start growing food for their own population. And while other dictators, if you want to call him that, the West certainly do, travelling the world by private jet, you know, fighting climate change, he's basically going up and down the country, meeting the people who are helping him change the course of Burkina Faso. This is him visiting 60 independent female Burkina Faso farmers who've been cultivating tons of different vegetables for their country. He's not just wiped out the entirety of Burkina Faso's foreign debt in just 3 years, he's also made all education 100% free in the country. He also cut the pay of ministers by 30%. There was a lot of corruption in Burkina Faso. But he's also increased the salaries of workers by 50% in that time. He's basically done more in 3 years than every one of the politicians in the UK have done in my entire lifetime. Which is probably why democracy is coming for him by the look of it. These are the pictures of French, let's call them organic, protests calling for the arrest of TRAORE because, get this, they say he's a dictator. No problem with Saudi Arabia or any of the other dictatorships around the world, but no, he's a dictator. The guy who's bringing food and farming and agriculture and wealth to his country. And of course, where there's resources in the world, there's the good old United States of America. This is General Michael Langley of AFRICOM, and he's had something to say about Ibrahim Traoré just recently. Take a listen.
Absolutely, Chairman. You know, I see this and I don't mind calling them out, but Captain Traoré and Burkina Faso, you know, as they know that both, you know, whether it's their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime.
AFRICOM's General Langley there. If you notice, he never did say who the regime were using the gold reserves, their gold, by the way, to protect them from, did he? Any ideas who Burkina Faso, with all that gold, would need protecting from? I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. And you can't say what's happening here is racist or anything like that because it's Africa, because as you can clearly see, General Langley is black. You know, they never do go to tell you that while it's true that Ibrahim Traoré cancelled elections in Burkina Faso a year or so ago, they never go on to tell you why. It's because the people didn't want the elections. They wanted him to stop in. He was doing such a great job. And where is it written in stone that every country around the world needs to be a democracy? I mean, I live in an apparent democracy. And it's shit. It really is. According to many reports that I've heard, there have been over a dozen assassination attempts or failed assassination attempts on this guy's life. And it's no wonder. I know a lot of you will be commenting below. I'm getting Colonel Gaddafi vibes here. So you would think that this guy would be scared, right, of, you know, the Western powers doing what the Western powers do. But he has something to say to them. Take a listen.
They will tell us, you know, Thomas Sankara tried to do it like this, but where is he? He is dead. The Haitian president, he tried to do it like this. Where is he? He is dead. Gaddafi tried like this. Where is he? He is dead. These are the veiled statements made to us to instill fear. If we remain in this posture of fear, we will be cowards, and history will judge us. Our children will ask questions. Our grandchildren will ask questions. We are writing history. There is no room for cowardice.
Amazing guy, right? Consider this. He's just 36 years old. Best of luck to you, mate. Best of luck.
Hi guys, thank you again. Thank you so much for coming to this extent. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Please like, subscribe and share. Okay, we have seen in this video this great, amazing young man from Burkina Faso being the president. He has done so many things under only 3 years. This has been evident that there are no records of any leader in Burkina Faso or in Africa in general doing such thing in a very short period of time. This man is true. This man is aiming on making it from scratch. This man has done a lot. To an extent, even Africans, Caribbeans, and the Blacks Americans are coming together to support him. I too support this man because whatever he has done, it's a miracle. Why am I saying it's a miracle? Because a 36 man is the future. A 36 man is someone we'll be seeing for some time. So it's like people in Burkina Faso, people in Africa, people in Caribbean, people in the Blacks in America are like safe. This is our own, making the future bright, making people to notice that we can do it. The Western region have been using our homeland, taking things and developing their places. We haven't talked about that. They came and fooled us, came and gave us lies. They take the material from us, making their own. But this man in Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, sorry, he has done a lot just within his land and what is in his land. He's not been supported with any white person. There's this woman I've explained. So many Africans are in that position of feeling fear that there's no development that can come out and seen with the people if it's not supported by the whites. As in, people really believe in whites, like without them in any project they won't make it. But this young man believed in himself, and he has done so much that when we start counting, it will take us time. It's high time as Africans open our eyes. This is being said by one of these blacks. She has said, if you want a war, if you want to see what Africans are made of, if you want to feel that power that Africans have, let someone touch Burale. And this is something that has been tried. There have been so many assassinations that Ibrahim has faced. This young leader, Traoré, has faced almost more than 20 assassinations, which he overcame. And now this is being out said by his fellow Africans, the blacks, and even the Caribbeans are just speaking it out politely, like, don't even think of coming to take this man out, because you know what, we are here, and whatever we are coming to, no one can stop us. We support this man fully, and we are keeping an eye on him. Anything that will be heard, that will be heard or done on Torale, you will have to face us. And like, this is something even this woman is talking about. Let us not fight physically. Let us also fight spiritually, because whatever is happening has never happened. Like, though it happened, but it has never reached to this point. This man, whatever is doing, is really, really open and something good to the people. So this fight is not only physically but spiritually. We have to pray for this man. We have to pray for this young leader. We have to pray for our future. Like Africans, this is our beginning, and we are not going down again. This is our beginning. We have to protect our own. We have to do the things our own since we get the independence. This is also interesting because now Africans, the blacks and the Caribbean, are speaking one language, the language of Burare, the language of Torare, the Ibrahim young president coming for Burkina Faso. This thing has brought so many people together. And also, we have heard someone explaining that there have been so many suffering in Africa. There have been so many suffering, crying, complainings, and yet no one helped these people to raise their voice. No one helped these people to show out what they are capable of. And being led by this young president coming from Africa has brought out, there's something people heard, the voice people who are hiding, that spirit of Africanism, that spirit of black. It has been led out by this young Torale, which is very good. This has shown the power, this has shown the courage, and whatever people are ready for is like they are ready for anything. They are ready to lose anything, but not this young Ibrahim Tolare, which is very good. And it's like this thing has been the cause of so many things in Africa, which we really appreciate. As Africans, we have come together, we are speaking one language, which is very nice. And something else I would like to add on. We have heard of this white man explaining that, can you imagine even a white person, someone from the West is even supporting this young president? Like, he has seen what is out, but in the West, people's eyes are like, no way, this can't be happening. The people we used to rule, the people we used to take things from them and making them our own, this is not going to go on. They have fed people with lies. They have fed people with internet with lies that this man is doing things that makes him to look selfish. There are some ways that are having low knowledge. There are some people that travel around. There are some people that have reached Burkina Faso themselves, and they have seen the development that this man has brought. They have never been there, and he's trying to explain it to his fellows, like, don't even think of going against this boy. Let me say he's a boy because he's our future. We are the future, and the leader we are having, we have to support. He's also telling his people, like, this is now real. Whatever is going on, it's real. Let us not lie, and let us not pretend that we are not seeing or we are not understanding. But whatever is going on, it's so real. So guys, thank you so much wherever you are watching from. Being a black, being a white, being anyone around, I really appreciate. Let's come together, open our eyes for real things. Let us support things that are automatically out on the ground, things that have evidence, things that have live evidence, like things on the ground. Let us not be talking just talking without evidence. Those people who are not supporting this man, please, you should stop. And thank you so much, guys. I'm your girl Valentine. Continue watching my video, please. If you haven't subscribed for our new people, please subscribe, like and share. Thank you so much. Let's meet on our next video. Thank you.